Today I'm going to start a little different today. I wanted to read from the Yoga 365 book first. Hi, Jan. And good morning, Peg. I wanted to just read from this before we begin today because there's something about a mudra in here that I thought we could try in the beginning of our class. So a mudra is a hand position. Sometimes you'll see people with the finger and the thumb together, or different ways to do it. But this one is called Varada Mudra that I'm going to speak to you today about. And the title of this one is Make an Offering to the World. What can you contribute to the world? How can you use your talents and gifts to give to the people around you? Varada Mudra is the hand gesture of offering, giving, and generosity, usually done by placing the left palm up on the left knee. So that's what we're going to try in a minute. Varada Mudra signifies our making an offering. The offering can be of our thoughts, of our minds, or of our intentions. Varada Mudra can signify the literal giving of a gift, and it can also be a gesture of sweetness and abundance, a type of blessing. Any mudra is an invitation to yourself. So Varada Mudra invites you to offer abundance and support to yourself as well as those around you. So again, this Varada Mudra, that's just the palm open, and we're going to do that left palm on the top of the left knee, and we're going to start seated today so you can practice that. And again, that's just an offering. And maybe that offering is to you, or maybe you want to make an intention today to offer one of your strengths to others around you. So let's start there. So come to a nice, tall, seated position. I'm going to move back here. And we can make that mudra with our left hand on the left knee. You can also place the right hand up, or sometimes I like to just have that opposite palm down. That just signifies some grounding here. And then let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Let the eyes close down. Let the face soften. And begin a deeper, longer breath here. And that may be mouth closed, maybe mouth open. Just take a few moments here, coming into your breath. Take two more full breaths here. Big inhale, slow exhale, and one more like that. And then begin to open up the eyes here. Just take the arms and reach them up towards the sky. Take a big stretch and interlace the fingers. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulders down the back. Take your gaze up. You may add a little arch in the back here. And then exhale. Just let the hands slowly come down to the floor. Inhale again. Reach the arms up. Let the palms face each other this time, and then as you exhale, let the elbows bend out to the sides and the shoulder blades squeeze back towards one another. Let your chin tuck to your chest. Just give your neck a little stretch there. And we're going to do our cat-cow seated today. So this is the arching of the back here. We're going to bring those shoulder blades in towards one another, the elbows squeeze towards one another. But then as we exhale, we're going to squeeze the elbows in front of us. Maybe let the arms touch each other here. And then round the back, push the back. And you can lean back a little bit here. Inhale, open back up, stretch the heart up, squeeze the shoulder blades back, and then exhale, round and squeeze. You can lean back a little bit. Inhale, roll open. Exhale, squeeze close. 2 more times. And squeeze. And another. Good, and squeeze. Come back to your seated position. Let your hands drop to the floor. Now send your right hand to the outside of your left knee and take a twist. Look over your left shoulder. And on your exhale, come to center. Take it to the opposite side. Left hand to right knee. Look over your right shoulder. And then come back to center. And just take a forward fold. Walk your hands forward any amount. Let your belly drop towards your shin. And then as you exhale, rise back up. And we're going to come to all fours. So you can come over the shins again here. Or you can come to your side and let your legs go back to the back of the mat. And come to your all fours position here. So wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. We're going to start by stretching the right leg back, flex the foot, push through the heel. And then when you're ready, lean into that right hand, stretch your left arm forward. Keep your belly tight here. Just keep your gaze right underneath your nose. Take a big stretch there. On your exhale, start to move your left arm to the left and your right leg to the right. Keep your belly in and come back to center. Good. Bend your elbow, bend your knee. Bring both into the center of your body as you round your back. And inhale, stretch. Do it again. Exhale, bring elbow and knee in. And inhale, stretch. 2 more times. Squeeze in, exhale. Lengthen, inhale. And last one. Good. And we come back to our neutral spot. So hand comes back down right underneath the shoulder. Knee comes right back down. We'll take a breath in and a long breath out. And we'll go to the opposite side. So stretch the left leg back, flex the foot. Lean into that left hand and start to reach the right arm forward. Make this long line. Keep your gaze right underneath your nose. Big breath in, and then as you exhale, right arm goes to the right, left leg goes to the left. Keep the belly tight. And then bring them back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. We have 2 more of those. Inhale. And bring it in. Inhale. And bring it in. Good. Come back to neutral. The right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. The left knee comes under the left hip. And now take a cow cat. So belly drops. Inhale. Lift your gaze. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the chins. You can linger there for a moment, and then when you're ready, find your way back into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and start to lift the hips. And start with some bent knees here, maybe more so than you will a little later. And just make some movements. So that may be walking the heels, that may be shaking the hips out. And take another breath or so. Moving in your down dog. And then come into stillness. So settle in, hips go high, the heels start to sink, maybe straighten a little more through the legs. Press your fingertips into the mat. Let your neck be loose, your head be loose. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Bend the knees. Let the belly rest on the thighs for a moment here and just hover the shins over the mat. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, walk or step or jump your way up to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Again, let the head just go loose and heavy. On your next inhale, let the hands find the shins. Lengthen your heart forward. And then exhale, refold. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, hands find the shins, lengthen. And fold. And last time here, lengthen. Great, and fold. Bend the knees, tuck the chin, round the back. We're gonna come up to stand nice and slow, so unwind yourself. As you get to the top, take a big breath in, reach the arms up, palms together, and then exhale, slowly fold back down towards the floor, forward fold. And we'll start to move this into vinyasa. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step one foot back, then the other into downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hold, sink the heels. Good. Next inhale, move forward to plank. You can drop the knees to the floor. And then as you exhale, elbows stay tight. Lower all the way down. Belly touches. Tops of the feet press down into mat. Inhale, lengthen heart. Cobra. And exhale, release. Push up and back. And if you'd like to go through child's pose, you can take a moment there. Or you can take a plank and push back to down dog. And then get to down dog and hold here. Take an inhale and a nice long exhale. Before we go to another, we're going to do a twist. So move the feet a little closer to the hands and wider. Left foot goes to the left edge of the mat. Right foot goes to the right edge of the mat. I'm going to try to get my heels to sink to the floor. So you're nice and stable here. And then left hand stays down, right hand goes to somewhere on the left leg. Can be up high or up or down low. And then bend your right elbow towards the ground. Look underneath your left armpit. Release. Take the right hand to the floor, send the left hand to somewhere on the right leg. Take your gaze underneath that right armpit. Perfect. And then release. We walk the feet back. It's another hip distance again here. And once again, inhale, rise high to the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees. Let the belly hover on the thighs. Let the shins hover above the mat. When you're ready, step, jump, or walk your way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the heart. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, push into your feet. Inhale, rise up all the way, reach the arms. And then exhale, refold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back. We'll take it through a flow, or you can skip it. Hold and down dog if you'd like to linger a little bit more there. All right, and then as you move through these flows, you can add on or take away. You can add the push-up. You can add the up dog. You can opt for child's pose instead. All right, and then back and down dog. Full breath in. Long breath out. Switch it up a little bit here. Rise high, tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees. Hover the belly. Hover the shins. Look forward. Step, jump, or walk your way up top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Push into the feet. Rise up. Hands above the head. Now keep the arms up here above the head. Once again, interlace the fingers and push the palms up towards the sky. Let the shoulders slide down away from the ears. And then we're gonna come right into chair from here. So let the palms come together now. Send the hands to your heart and send the seat back. And find chair. All right, low belly pulls in and up. We're gonna slide the shoulders down away from the ears. Just hold here. And create some more heat. Take another breath in. And a long breath out. And then on your next inhale, lift your heels away from the floor. So we're balancing on the balls of the feet. Squeeze the knees in towards one another. Keep that low belly tight. Hold, hold, hold. Good, and then now drop the heels again. Go back to chair. I want you to just push into the feet and rise on up. Reach the fingers up towards the sky. Inhale, big stretch. Take a little arch there, a little back bend, and then exhale. Come back down into your chair. We're going to do that 2 more times. Push into the feet. Inhale, reach the fingers. And exhale, chair. And 1 more time. Push into the feet. Reach up. And exhale, chair, and hold. Take a big inhale. This time as you exhale, let the belly drop to the thighs. Come into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back. Take your flow. And then settle into down dog. Inhale. And exhale. Take the right leg, reach it up. We're going to bend the knee and open the hip. Flex that right foot. Sink into your left heel. Let the knee come down towards the floor. Move into plank and bring the knee up into your chest. Step the right foot up, top of the mat. Hold here. Reach your heart forward. Good. As you exhale, seal your back heel like you're going to go into warrior 1. So the toes point out about 45 degrees. The left heel is pressing into the mat. And then walk your hands over to the left corner of your mat. All right. So the right knee is going to want to draw in and drop in. We're going to keep squeezing that right knee out towards the right edge of the mat. Palms can be flat here. And then if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can start to bend the elbows out to the sides, and maybe the head drops towards the floor. But it doesn't have to. You can just hold here. Right, take another inhale. And then as you exhale, walk your way back to that lunge. You're going to pick up the back heel again. Now drop the knee to the floor. And we'll take a runner stretch. So draw the hips back. Straighten out through your right leg. Keep a little bend behind your right knee, and the right toes point up towards the sky. All right, so you can be here on your fingertips. You can always use blocks here too. Or you can fold in, let your chest drop towards your thigh. Chin tucks in towards the chest. Good, inhale. And then as you exhale, come back into that lunge. And we'll take a twisted lunge now. So left hand stays down, right hand moves to your right knee. You're gonna look over the right shoulder. You can stay there with the knee down, or tuck the left toes and lift the left knee. Maybe stretch the right arm up towards the sky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down. You can move right into your flow from here, or step back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Big exhale out. We'll go opposite side. So left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Flex that left foot, sink into your right heel. All right. Bring the knee into the chest as you come into plank. Round your back a little bit, and then step the left foot up in between the hands. So we're in that lunge. Reach your heart forward. Take an inhale. All right, now exhale, seal the back heel. So heel goes down, toes go point out. And then walk your hands over to the right corner of your mat now. All right, so again, remember we're trying to keep the left knee drawing towards the left edge of the mat and not collapsing in. Hands can go flat here. You can bend the elbows and draw the chest in, down towards the floor, or stay up a little bit higher. So it's like a hybrid between a lunge and a down dog, like a lizard lunge and a down dog. Good. Take an inhale. Excellent. As you exhale, move on back to your lunge. Pick up the back heel, drop the knee, and we'll take that runner stretch. So slide the hips back, straighten out through that left leg. Little bend behind the left knee, toes point up. Stay here or fold and let the chest drop towards the thighs. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take another full inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll come out. We'll take the twist. Right hand stays down. Left hand goes to the left knee. You can keep that back knee down or tuck the toes and lift the knee away from the floor. Stretch the left fingers up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. It'll stretch across the chest. And then exhale, release. Hand comes down, step back. Add the flow or skip it. And find your way into downward facing dog. Another inhale. Nice long exhale. We'll start the same way. Right leg lifts. Bend the knee. Open up the hip. Flex that foot. Bring the knee into the chest. Step the right foot up in between the hands. Now we'll come all the way up to warrior one. So seal the back heel just like we did. Push down into the feet and rise on up. If you need more space to square off the hips here, walk that right foot over to the right edge of the mat so you can draw that right hip back, or you can also step the left foot out a little wider. You want more of a wider stance here. And the arms reach up towards the sky. Remember that interlacing we did before. So interlace the fingers and let the palms push up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Take a big breath in. Excellent. Release. Now bring the hands back behind. Interlace the fingers, lift your heart, and we'll come back into a fold, and this time a humble warrior. Keep squeezing the right hip in and back towards your left toes, and start to drop in for your humble warrior. So the head drops towards the floor. You can lean on that right leg. You can use that for support, or you can come inside of the right leg and let your shoulder and leg resist each other there. If this is too much to reach your knuckles up towards the sky, bend your elbows and let your thumbs just rest on your low back. Big breath in. And release. Hands come to the floor. So pick up that back heel. You may need to step in more to the center of your mat now, and we'll go right into the twist. So left hand stays down, right hand comes to your leg, and then reach up towards the sky. And again, you can drop the back knee if you need to. Take a full inhale. Exhale, let your hand come to the floor, step back, add a vinyasa or come to down dog. Take a settling breath here. Okay, we're going to move into second side. Left leg lifts, open up the knee. Open up the hip here, bend the knee, flex that foot, sink into your right heel. Nice stretch. And then when you're ready, knee to chest, step the left foot up in between the hands. Seal the back heel, push into your feet and rise to warrior one. And again, if you need a little bit more space, you take the left foot over to the left edge, maybe move the right foot over just to give yourself some room. Interlace the fingers and then the palms press up towards the sky. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the belly tight. Take an inhale here. Take the gaze up, and then as you exhale, release the hands. Interlace the fingers behind you now. And then when you're ready, on your next exhale, start to fold into that humble warrior. Left hip squeezes in and back towards your right toes. You can stay resting on this thigh, or you can slide inside of your left leg. Those arms can reach up, or they can stay bent. And then just let your head go here. Another inhale. Exhale, release the hands to the floor. Pick up your back heel. You may need to move your feet a little bit here depending on how wide you went, and then come into your twist. Left hand goes to left thigh. Roll your heart up. Reach the left fingers up towards the sky. Remember, you can drop that right knee. Take a full breath in, and then release, step back. Adho Vinyasa. We'll all meet in down dog. Full breath in. And a long breath out. Down dog. Reach the right leg. Don't open up the hip this time. Just stretch that right leg up and back. 3-point down dog. Bring the right knee into your chest. We're going to hold this here, this knee in towards the belly. So a little cat back, round the back, pull the knee up towards the chest. Just hold. Keep pushing the hands down into the floor. Now stay here. Take another inhale. And exhale, step the foot up in between the hands. We're going to come into a wide straddle. So walk the hands to the long edge of the mat. Turn the toes. So toes point in a little bit. Heels point out a little bit. Take a fold on your exhale. So let the head drop towards the mat. Any amount. Take a breath in and a breath out. Little bend in the knees here. We're going to do a little skater. So turn the right toes now so they point out towards the edge of the mat. All right, and then when you're comfortable, squeeze the heels in towards one another, towards the midline, and we're going to lift away from the floor, and we're going to stretch the arms out. So maybe they go out airplane here. They can come to your hips. They can come to your heart. They can rest on your thighs if you need to. Just hold. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the hands to the floor. Now kick off of your back, that left foot. Kick off of your left foot and come to stand on your right foot. Okay? So turn the toes to face the long edge of the mat. Remember that little thing we did when we were on our knees? We're going to kick the left leg out to the side. And hold. And the hands are down, still supporting. Good. Now slide the left foot behind the right foot. Bend the knees. We're coming up to stand. Push into both feet. Round the back, tuck the chin. Take your time. We rise up here. Excellent. We'll get this pattern in a second here, so we'll try it again. So take your right hand and reach for your left wrist, and then reach up and over. Take a little lateral flexion. Good, and release. We're going to unwind the legs, turn the toes to face the top of the mat. We're going to end up in crescent lunge. Take a big breath in, stretch the arms, and then exhale, fold, step back, take a vinyasa or find down dog. Full breath in. And a long breath out. No worries if that was a little complicated. We'll get through it. We'll do another practice, and then we'll make it a little smoother. Do another round of it. Make it a little smoother this time. So start with left leg. Left leg reaches. Don't bend the hip this time. Just stretch it back. Come into plank and bring the knee into your chest, and you're holding this. So rounding the back, bringing the knee up in, pressing the hands down into the floor, just holding. All right, left foot steps up in between the hands here. We're rising up. All right, and then we're going to take this into a wide straddle. I'm going to move so I can face you here. So take the hands to the hips, roll, move to the side of your mat, the long edge of your mat, and then take a fold. Bend your hips, let your hands come down to the floor, let your head go loose. All right, inhale, bend the knees, rise on up. So we're taking the weight now into that left foot. I'm gonna bend the left knee and take the weight into that left side. The arms again can be reaching into airplane. Maybe they come to your hips, maybe they come into heart center. Just sort of hovering in this position. Inhale. Great, and then exhale, hands come to the floor, and as you do, scooch that right foot in and lift it out to the side, like we did when we were on our knees. Awesome. And now let the right foot come behind the left foot. Push into the feet. We're gonna rise all the way up to stand. Take the arms up over the head. Take the left hand to the right wrist and take a lateral flexion. Stretch over to the left side. Keep pushing down into both of your feet. Excellent. Release. We're going to step that right foot back. Turn all the toes to face forward. Take an inhaling crescent. And exhale, fold, step back. Take a vinyasa or move back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a long breath out. Okay, so now that you know what we got going on, we're going to do it again. Try to make it a little smoother this time. Right leg lifts. Bring the right knee into your chest and hold. Take an inhale. Step the right foot up in between the hands. Come to crescent just for a moment. Lift the arms and then move in to that wide straddle. So we come to the long edge of the mat. Toes point in, heels point out. Lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Big breath in. Exhale, release. All right, hands move to the floor. I'm now shifting my weight into that right side. Get your right knee in line with your right toes. Let the hands stay down if you need a little extra support, or start to lift the arms away. And remember, they can be airplane. They can also reach back behind. They can be at your heart. They can be at your hips. Just try to keep your back nice and flat. Take a breath in. Exhale, release hands to the floor. We're going to push into that right foot and lift the left leg out to the side. And now slide the left foot behind the right foot. Bend the knees. Push down into the feet. Rise on up. Yep. Take the right hand to the left wrist. Reach up and over. Lateral flexion. And release. Hands to hips. Step your left foot back. Turn all the toes to face forward. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, release. Step back. And vinyasa or rest. Okay, one more time with this little crazy sequence. Here we go. Left leg lifts. Bring the knee into the chest. We're holding here. Little cat back, round the back. Then step the left foot up in between the hands. Rise to crescent, inhale. And then exhale, open up to your wide straddle. Good, toes in, heels out. Hands to hips, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. All right, bend the knees. Start to draw that weight into that left side. You can step that right foot in. Knee and toes are in line. So if you're pointing your toes out, make sure your knees just in line. They can be more parallel if that's better for your body. All right, and then when you're ready, start to stretch the arms anyway. Flat back here. Crown of the head reaches forward, tail reaches back. Take a breath in. On the exhale, hands come to the floor. Now lift that right leg out to the side, any amount. It doesn't have to go high. And then move your right foot behind your left foot. Bend the knees, push into the feet. Rise on up to stand. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Reach up and over to the left. Big breath in. And release. We step back to crescent. All the toes face forward. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release. Come on back to downward facing dog. Take your full breath in. Long exhale. All right. Right leg lifts. Step the right foot up in between the hands. Stay in crescent now. Push down into the feet. Rise on up. Draw the arms down in front. We're going to take right elbow underneath left, make eagle arms here. So you can bind the arms up. Maybe the palms come together, fronts or backs, or you can hold on to the shoulders. Lift your elbows and pull your shoulders back. Keep lifting that back leg nice and strong. All right, now start to hover the elbows over the knee. So a bunch of choices here. We're going to move this into warrior three. You can keep the eagle arms. You can lose the eagle arms if you need to too. So if you're going to lose the eagle arms, just unwind. Maybe the hands come to your hips. If you're keeping them here, stay with the shoulder sliding away from the ears. Now take a kick off of your back foot and lift that left leg to warrior three. Good. Keep flexing your left foot, toes point down towards the floor. Bend your right knee. Slowly bring your left knee in towards your elbows. There's that cat back again. And then see if you can rise to stand. Keep flexing your left foot. If you need to lose your arms, remember you can bring those hands to your hips. Left ankle goes to the top of the right thigh. And then we just sit back for a little chair again. Full breath in. Awesome. Long breath out. Unwind the arms. Take the left leg, reach it up, and the hands come to the floor, standing split. Let the head drop in towards the floor. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, you can find your way back to down dog anyway. Take a rest if you need it. Add a vinyasa if you like. Settle your breath once you get back. All right. then we're going to go into the left side. Left leg lifts. We're coming to a crescent. Step the left foot up in between the hands. Rise on up. All right, we're going to drop the arms. The arms come straight in front, and then left elbow underneath right this time. Elbows lift, shoulders pull back. Belly is tight. Remember, you can lose these arms at any time if they're a little bit too much. And when you're ready, start to hover the elbows over the knee. Squeeze that left hip in and back just like we did in Humble Warrior. Take a step forward and then lift your right leg for Warrior 3. Try not to crunch your shoulders. Keep some space there between your ears and your shoulders. Flex that right foot, toes point down towards the floor. Good. Bend the left knee. Push into that left foot. You're starting to bring your right knee in towards your left. Nice and slow. Take your time. And then when you're there, you're going to take that right ankle to the top of the left leg. Sit back for your chair. Hold. Keep your breath steady. All right, and unwind. We go to standing splits. Take the right leg back and lift it up. Send the hands down to the floor. On the exhale, slowly move back. Add a vinyasa or don't. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Okay. We're going to take a little core pause here. From down dog, I want you to bring your knees to the floor and then bring your elbows down to the mat so the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Palms can be flat with fingers pointing forward, or you can interlace the fingers here. And we're going to come into forearm plank. So walk your toes back to the back of the mat, lift your knees. And just hold. Yep. Belly tight here. Keep your neck nice and long. Gaze right underneath your nose. All right, now we're going to take the right knee towards the right elbow. So bend the knee, draw the right knee towards the right elbow. Yep, and then stretch it back. Take the left knee, bend it towards the left elbow. Stretch it back. Go back to that right side. Good, and back. And left side. And back. 2 more times each side. And left. Good. And there's a little shake. Yeah. And back and left side. Awesome. Now drop the pelvis all the way to the floor. And we'll take a Sphinx here. So fingers point forward, elbows still underneath the shoulders. Tops of the feet push down into the mat. Lift your heart. Inhale. Nice stretch in the belly. Good. All right, not done yet. We're going to roll onto our right side. Take the elbow. Still underneath the shoulder. Now this time the fingers point out to the long edge of the mat. And you can take this kneeling, so this this right leg can stay down on the floor if you'd like, or you could take this into a full version of the forearm side plank. I'll keep the knee down for me for a moment. And then reach the left arm up towards the sky. Good, lift your left leg if you can, flex the foot. Hold, hold, hold. Take a breath there. And release, drop the right hip, come back to that Sphinx. Elbows down under the shoulders, fingers face forward, tops of the feet press down. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, we'll go opposite side. So roll onto your left hip. Left fingers point towards the left edge, the right side of your mat, and come into forearm side plank, keeping the left leg down, or you can lift the legs away from the floor. And remember, you can lift that right leg away, let it hover, or just keep it stacked. Maybe the right arm reaches up towards the sky. Good, take a breath there. Left hip drops to the floor. Come back to Sphinx one more time. Elbows underneath the shoulders, fingers face forward, tops of the feet push down. Inhale, reach your heart. Exhale, release. Walk your hands back to your chest, push up and back, downward facing dog. Great, big breath in, and a long settling breath out. Okay, right leg lifts. Step the right foot up in between the hands. This time, warrior two. Seal the back heel. Come up and around and drop into warrior two. Right knee over top of right ankle. Reach out over the fingers here. Look out over the fingers here. Keep the right knee where it is. Flip the right palm. Take a reverse. Reach up and back, stretching out that right side body. And then as you exhale, straighten out your right leg. Send your left hip back. Come into triangle pose. Right hand comes down to the shin or floor or the block. Roll your heart up towards the sky. Take another full inhale. As you exhale, rebend your right leg. We're going to turn this into twisted lunge. Left hand comes down to the floor. Pick up your back heel. Stretch your right arm up towards the sky. Now, if you'd like to come into twisted prayer, bring the hands to heart. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Otherwise, you can keep that left hand down on the floor. Okay, we're going to take this into revolved half balance moon. So similar to warrior three. Right hand, let it move to your right hip. We're going to kick off with that. Left hand stays down in front of the left foot, and the fingers can touch or you can hover. And then when you're ready to find your balance, that left leg's just like warrior three. You can open that right arm up or just keep it on your hip. Good, good. Keep drawing that right hip back. Lift that left heel. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, release. Hands find the floor. Step back. Downward facing dog. Full inhale. Long exhale. Okay. Left side, left leg lifts. Step the left foot up. We're going to warrior two. Seal the back heel. Come up and around. Left knee over left ankle. And hold. All right. Flip the left palm. Reverse. Keep the left knee going forward. Reach the left arm up and back. Stretch that left side body. All right, and then triangle. As you straighten the left leg, send the right hip back, reach the left arm forward, and then drop into triangle. So left hand comes to floor or block or shin. Roll the heart up. Triangle. Take a full inhale and a long exhale. We're going to move this into twisted lunge first. So take the right hand inside of the left foot, pick up your right heel, take the left arm up towards the sky. And then if you'd like to move that into twisted prayer lunge, hands come heart center, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Keep lifting the back thigh away from the floor. All right, so we're going to go into that revolved half balance moon. Remember, it's just a warrior three leg. behind, but we got this twist. So right hand's gonna come inside or in front of that left foot. Left hand's gonna move to your hip. When you're ready, take a step off of that back leg and lift. Flex that right foot, push through your right heel. You can add the left arm, reach it up towards the sky. Remember that right hand, it can be on the floor or it can hover. Try to keep squaring off your hips here. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Smooth out your breath. One more full inhale. Great. Exhale, hands come to the floor, step on back. Step to plank, lower all the way to the floor. Let the belly touch down. Tops of the feet touch the floor. We're going to do locust pose. Bring the arms to your sides. All right, so we'll start with the chest. Lift the chest away from the floor. For the moment, just keep the palms, the backs of the palms down on the floor here. Reach your heart forward. Belly pulls away from the mat. Good, now lift your arms, lift your hands away from the floor. Stretch your fingers back. Now add the legs, lift your feet away from the floor. Squeeze your ankles towards one another. Stretch your toes back. Reach your heart forward. Get a little more height on your inhale. Hold, exhale. Inhale, lift. Hold, exhale. One more inhale. Excellent. And then now as you exhale, lower all the way back down to the floor. Take one cheek to the mat. Let your hips shake side to side. Just go nice and slow. Okay. One more time. Chin comes to the floor, hands at the sides, palms are facing up towards the sky. Start with the chest. Lift the chest away from the floor. Lift the hands, lift the feet, ankles squeeze towards one another, toes spread and reach, heart reaches forward, belly pulls away from the mat. Inhale, lift higher, but hold for your exhale. Inhale and exhale, and one more time. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Excellent. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Opposite cheek comes to the floor. Let the hips shake out side to side, nice and slow. We're going to move back to child's pose. Take your time. Let your hands come back in line with your chest. Push into your hands. Draw your hips back to your heels. Let your knees open up wide. And let your belly drop in between your thighs. Take a few big breaths here. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, walk your hands back to your knees. Just let one hip lower to the floor. And then bring your legs around front. Find a staff pose here. So sits bones ground. Legs are straight. Toes point up towards the sky. And then the hands come out to your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and come into your fold. Hands can come to your toes, to your shins. They can be on the floor. Wherever you are, reach your heart towards your toes. one more full inhale. As you exhale, come out of your fold. You're going to bend your knees. Hold on to your hamstrings and lower on down to your back all the way. Good. And then let your knees come into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze here. You can take some movement side to side or make some circles. All right. And we will do supine cow face to finish off. So take the right leg, cross it over the left, like you were doing eagle legs. All right, and then the left hand goes for the right shin and the right hand goes for the left shin. And you draw the feet down and away from each other. You want to feel that on the outside of your right hip because your right leg is on top. Keep your low back pressing into the mat here. Full inhale. As you exhale, unwind. We'll go right to the opposite side. So take the left leg and cross it over top of the right. Hold on to opposite shins. Flex the feet. Take the feet down and away from each other. So you can feel that now on the outer left hip. But keep the low back down on the floor. Inhale. And then as you exhale, unwind the legs, bring both knees to chest, squeeze in, release, let both feet come to the floor. Walk your left foot to the left edge and your right foot to the right edge. And then windshield wiper here. So both knees come over to the left side. Draw your inner right knee down towards the floor. You can add that left foot on top of the right leg. I'll give you a little stretch on the IT band, or you can leave it down on the floor. Arms can be out to T or to cactus. And then take your gaze over to the right. And as you inhale, draw your belly in, bring your knees up. And as you exhale, drop them both to the right side. And again, you can add the right foot on top of the left leg if you'd like. Or just keep it on the floor. Take your gaze to the left. And then before you come back to center, inhale, pull your belly in, and then draw your knees back. So final squeeze here, knees to chest. Lift everything up off the floor. Really make a nice tight ball here. Lift your head and your shoulders. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then when you're ready, inhale, lengthen. Let the arms reach out over your head. Stretch through your toes. Stretch through your fingers. Stretch out your belly. Full breath in. Open up your mouth. Exhale, side out. Let the arms come to your sides. Let the feet fall open. The palms face up. The eyes close down. Taking a quick shavasana today. Stretch out one more time. Big breath in. Reach your arms, reach your feet. And this time as you exhale, knees come to chest and roll on over to your side. Slowly help yourself come up to a seated position. Find a nice tall spine here. Let the arms reach out to the side, fingertips touch the floor. And we'll take one more breath all together. Inhale, arms up over the head. Let the palms come together. And nice and slow, slide your hands back down to your heart. Let the thumbs land at your heart center. Thank you for sharing your time, your practice with me. Today, the light within me honors the light within you.